furious. Screaming headlines. Republic shamed. Is Republic shamed? No. I think it was Republic challenged. It was hardly shamed. Right? Then you have another screaming headline. Dark day for the Republic. No. I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There were many. I mean, this is not the darkest day. If you look at the extent of the violence and the damage, considering there were 70 or 80,000 people involved, is minimal. I've seen, haven't you and me? We've all seen far more in '92 during the Babri Masjid bring down, the Northeast Delhi riots, or the Gujarat riots, or the Bombay riots. Things were far worse. There seems to be an attempt, obviously, in this particular case, right, is to show the farmers in an absolutely bad light. Right? You can see that, right? However, the farmers, let's put it this way, look at it. They broke down the ITO. They got to ITO. They could have taken a left and gone towards a seat of power which would have actually challenged democracy. They didn't. They took a right turn. And where did they end up? They ended up in the Red Fort. People are calling it the Red Fort, red line. They crossed the Red Fort, red line. What does Red Fort stand for actually, folks? While if they'd attacked and gone down to Lutyens Delhi and gotten into the parliament, I would have said this was an attack on democracy. And that would really have been a dark day. This was an attack on the Red Fort. Now, what is the Red Fort? Red Fort is a symbol of freedom. What is the Red Fort? Red Fort actually, if you look at the current dispensation who runs after and trying to blackwash anything that's Humayun or anything that is Aurangzeb, which is all representative of the Red Fort. Red Fort is a symbol of subjugation. Hence, what happens there essentially, that's why we celebrate the Independence Day, is an expression of freedom. So, anybody who's calling this an insurrection, I think, get your brains checked, folks. Insurrection would have been if they went after the parliament. Insurrection is what happened in the United States when they went when they went into the capital with a clear design to kill elected representatives of the people. Now that was an insurrection. But hey, that insurrection went. It was a huge challenge to democracy. There were similar notes and blazoning headlines in India. Oh, democracy fails, democracy ridiculed. But it came out shining. It came out shining on a clear day, clear cold day in Washington, D.C., on the footsteps of the Capitol, when everybody stood there and President Biden took his oath to become the president. Not only was he there, you had Obama there. You had Bush there. You had Obama, Bush, and you had Clinton there. Everybody was there, including some of the senators who had actually backed Donald Trump and the coup against possibly the elected government. Now that was insurrection. The other thing people talk about, anti-national. What the hell is anti-national? I don't see this as anti-national. This is it's a law and order problem. The police failed, big time. This is by no way and no means can be brushed as anti-national. The third thing that everybody's not going on about this is Khalistani flag. I really need to put this record straight. It is not a Khalistani flag. So it is the Nishan Khalsa. It is the flag of the Khalsa, pure flag of the Khalsa. And was the Indian flag in any way ridiculed? Not at all, because the flag was still flying. These guys just shimmied up a secondary pole to put up that Nishan flag. Then the other one that I want to show you is this picture. Right? So he's gone on top of the Gumbat and put the Khalsa flag. You know what this picture reminds me of? I can still go back to '92 and remember what happened to the Babri Masjid. If that was okay, well, this is far better. Nobody's breaking down the Red Fort, right? Okay. Is violence necessary? Not at all. But I personally see, if you grade violence from 0 to 10, probably this would have been a 5 or a 4 or a 5, considering on all the different violent situations Delhi has faced earlier. So neither was this an insurrection, Nor was this anti-national, because it's as, I mean, everybody seems to think, I don't think Shaheen Bagh was anti-national. I didn't think what happened in the GNU was anti-national. Neither was this anti-national. Everything is a law and order problem, and it is a form of expression. And the reason why people get here and where they get here is because this particular government, seeing what had happened to in the Anna Hazare movement, and how that brought down the UPA government, has conveniently moved the site out of sight. And everybody knows, these farmers have figured this out, that once you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And you just have all these guys like Tomar and Piyush Goyal just interacting. Go back to 1988, folks, when Mahendra Singh Taket get to the boat club with 100,000 plus farmers, and they stood there and they got their way because they were always under the nose of the government, and every time a parliamentarian left, he saw these folks. So they were always there. So had this been allowed in Jantar Mantar, you would never have gotten to this stage. Folks, cheers.